Welcome to Audiobook 365 Stories.
Dear reader, do you remember Monsieur Poopoo? He was a small shop owner. He had a toy shop in Chatham, near the corner of Pearl Street. Of course, you remember him. He lived there for many years. He was very kind and polite. When you were a child, you bought tops and marbles from him many times. Yes, you did. You saw his sour face become happy when you gave him coins. You laughed at his small, straight hair braid and his funny pants. He wore the same strange clothes every day. Yes, now you remember him. Well, Monsieur Poopoo lived there since he came from Paris, which he always called Dear Beautiful Paris. He sold small toys and saved $5,000. He was very happy. He had a good and simple life. He would still be living happily today if he had not tried to change everything. But then he heard stories. People were making a lot of money by buying and selling land. Many of his neighbors became rich very fast. So, Monsieur Poopoo was no longer happy with his life. He decided to close his shop, take all his money, and try to make a lot more money. He did not wait. He quickly went to a big land sale at the Merchants' Exchange. There was a man selling land called the auctioneer. He had big colorful maps. The land was shown as flat and perfect. Many people were there to buy. Monsieur Poopoo was also there in the middle of the crowd. "Here is the land, gentlemen," said the auctioneer. "These are the best lots of land ever sold. Who wants to buy?" $100 each, said one man. 100, said the auctioneer. That is not even enough to pay for the maps. 100 going and 50 gone. Mr. H. You bought them. Great deal. You will sell them again in 2 weeks and make $50,000. Monsieur Poopoo opened his ears wide when he heard this. He was very surprised. This was a much easier way to get rich than selling toys in Chatham Street. He quickly decided to buy land and try to become rich. The auctioneer continued the sale. More pieces of land were sold. Each buyer was told they would make a lot of money. Then, the auctioneer offered a piece of land that was more valuable than the others. The people came close to the stand, and Monsieur Poopoo did the same. "I now offer you, gentlemen," said the auctioneer, "these wonderful pieces of land. They are on Long Island and have special water rights. The land is yours forever. Papers are ready, payment in cash. Who will start the bidding?" "How much?" The auctioneer looked around. No one answered. Then he saw Monsieur Poopoo looking at him. "Did you say 100, sir? Beautiful land, valuable water rights. Shall I say $100 for you?" "Yes, sir," said Poopoo in his French accent. "I will give $100 for each lot with the good water rights." "That's it. Only $100 each for these 60 valuable lots. Only 100 going, gone." Monsieur Poopoo now owned the land. The auctioneer shook his hand. The sale ended, and the crowd left. "Excuse me, sir," said Poopoo, as the auctioneer came down from the stand. Please allow me to go to your office very fast to finish everything about the land with the valuable water rights. One little bird in the hand is better than two in the tree. Yes. Of course, sir, the auctioneer said. Good. Then let's go. The two men went to the office. Monsieur Poopoo paid $6,000, and the papers for the land were given to him. He put the papers carefully into his pocket. As he was about to leave, the auctioneer gave him a printed map of the land. It was a kind gift, and the map was very beautiful. Poopoo loved it. There were his 60 lots, all the same size and shape. His small gray eyes shone with happiness as he looked at the big map from side to side. Poopoo felt very happy, like his heart was light as a feather. He even snapped his fingers with joy. Then he went to Delmonico's, a nice restaurant, and ordered a good French dinner. It was the best meal he had eaten since he came to America. After he finished his meal and a bottle of good wine, he decided to go see his new land on Long Island. He quickly rented a horse and a small cart, crossed the Brooklyn Ferry, and drove next to the river to a place called the Wallabout, where the land was. Our friend, Monsieur Poopoo, had a big problem. He could not find his land. On the map, everything looked flat and perfect, but the real land in front of him was full of hills and bumps. Also, a part of the East River was sticking into the land like an elbow, and it looked like it didn't belong there at all. This confused Poopoo very much. Since he didn't know the area, he called to a farmer working in a nearby field. My friend, he said, do you know this part of the country? Yes, said the farmer. I was born here. I know every part of it. Ah, very good, said Poopoo. He got out of his cart, tied his horse, and took out his printed map. Then maybe you can be kind and show me the 60 lots I bought with the valuable water rights? The farmer looked at the map. Yes, sir, I can. If you will get into my boat, I'll take you out to them. What? Are you sure? My friend, said the farmer. This part of Long Island was bought by people from New York who wanted to build a big city here. But the main street can only be seen when the water is low. When they fill in this part of the East River, the street will be there. Your land is past that street, and right now all of it is under the water. At first, Poopoo did not believe him. He thought it was a joke, but slowly, as he understood the truth, he looked up at the sky with one eye closed. Then he looked at the river. Then he looked at the farmer. Then he turned and looked at all of them again. There was his land, but he couldn't see it because the river was on top of it. Poopoo took a small box from his pocket. He opened it, tapped the lid, took a little bit of snuff, powdered tobacco, and put the box back into his pocket. It was clear that Poopoo was very sad. He was thinking deep, quiet thoughts, too deep even for crying. He couldn't speak because he was so upset. He untied his horse, jumped back into the cart, and quickly went back to the auctioneer. It was almost dark when he got back to the auction room. His horse was tired and covered in sweat, and Poopoo was very angry. The auctioneer was relaxing in his chair, with his legs out the window. He was smoking a cigar and quietly singing music from a new opera. "Monsieur," said Poopoo, "I am very happy to find you at home." "Ah, Poopoo, glad to see you. Take a seat, my friend." "But I will not take a seat, sir." "No? Why not? What's the matter?" "Oh, many things are wrong. I went to see the big land you sold me today." "Well, sir, I hope you liked it?" "No, monsieur, I do not like it." "I'm sorry to hear that, but you don't have a real reason to complain." "No, sir, there is no land at all. The land is all water." "You're joking." "I am not joking. I never joke. I do not like jokes." "Sir, will you please give me back the money I paid?" "Of course not." "Then will you please take the East River off the top of my land?" "That's your problem, sir, not mine." "Then I made a bad deal. A big mistake." "I hope not. I don't think you wasted your money on the land." "No, sir. I didn't waste it on the land. I threw it into the water." "That's not my fault." "Yes, sir, it is your fault. You are a big thief. You tricked me and took my money." "Hey now, Poopoo, don't get rude. If you can't speak nicely, then get out of my office." "Where should I go, eh?" "Go to the devil, for all I care, you silly old Frenchman," said the auctioneer, now angry. "But sir, I will not go to the devil just because you say so," shouted Poopoo, now even more angry. "You stole all the money I made on Chatham Street, but I will not go to the devil for that." "I hope you go to the devil, you lying Yankee cheat, and I will go and drown myself right away. You couldn't do anything better with your water property, old man," said the auctioneer with a laugh. "Oh, mercy! Oh, my God! I am ruined. I am finished. I am broken into 10,000 little pieces. I am a lost duck, and I will go back across the big ocean to Paris. That is the only water property I still have left now." Poor Poopoo did what he said. He left on the next ship and went back to Paris with almost no money, just like the day he left. If anyone doesn't believe this true story, they can cross the East River to the Wallabout. Farmer J will take them in his boat to the place where poor Poopoo's land is still under the water.